Imagine walking outside one morning and realizing the sky has changed. The sun is there, where it has always been, but beside it hangs a second blazing star. Two suns pouring light and heat onto the same small, fragile Earth. Would this be a paradise of endless daylight and warmth, or a slow, careful destruction of everything that makes our planet feel like home? Today, we're asking a simple question with very complicated consequences. What if Earth had two suns? First, we need to be clear about what we mean. We're not just putting a second sun randomly in the sky. Most double star systems in our galaxy are binary systems, where two stars orbit a shared center of mass. So let's imagine our sun has a partner, a second star, roughly the same size and brightness, orbiting close enough that both suns rise and set in the same patch of sky. Earth orbits around both of them together, like a planet in a cosmic dance between two fireballs. In other words, this isn't a gentle cosmetic upgrade to our sunrise. It's a complete rewrite of how our planet moves, heats, and survives. The first obvious change is light, a lot of it. Two suns the same size as ours would almost double the amount of energy hitting Earth. Without other changes, our oceans would overheat, polar ice would vanish, and the planet would drift into a runaway greenhouse state. Think less, two lovely sunsets, and more, global sauna. To stay habitable, Earth would have to orbit farther out. We'd need to sit at a distance where the combined light of both stars equals the warm, comfortable amount we get from one sun right now. So yes, in theory, a stable, livable orbit is possible, but the day-to-day experience of life under two suns would still be very different. Life on Earth is built around cycles, day and night, seasons, the slow rhythm of our tilted axis moving around a single star. With two suns, those cycles become much more complicated. Sometimes the stars would appear close together in the sky, merging into an extremely bright day. At other points in their orbit, they might spread apart, so one star sets, while the other is still up. Nights could become rare, short, or strangely timed. Our internal clocks, called circadian rhythms, are tuned to regular periods of light and darkness. Under a sky where day has multiple brightness levels and night arrives irregularly, those rhythms would be under constant stress. Sleep patterns, hormone cycles, plant growth, animal migrations, all of them are tied to predictable changes in sunlight. Two suns don't just change how bright the world is, they change the timing of everything alive. But there's a twist here. Two suns might make some things more stable, not less. If the binary stars are close together and Earth orbits far enough out, their combined gravity can actually create a steady, predictable orbit. From our perspective, the stars would mostly move as a pair. Seasons could still exist, driven by the tilt of Earth's axis, not just by its distance from the stars. And with more total light available, the habitable zone, the region where liquid water can exist, would expand. That means there might be more places in such a system where life could take hold. However, the same extra energy that feeds life can also threaten it. Two active stars mean more solar flares, more radiation bursts, and more chances for extreme space weather. Satellites, power grids, and communication systems would have to be built to survive a harsher, more chaotic environment. Now, imagine the human side of all this. In a two-sun world, cultures might not divide the day into simple morning and night. You could have first light when the brighter star rises, and second light when its partner follows. Festivals might be held on the rare nights when both suns dip below the horizon at the same time, plunging the world into true darkness. Art, religion, and stories would be shaped by twin sources of life in the sky. Two suns to pray to blame, to thank. Two blazing reminders that existence is balanced between gravity and fire. And on a more personal level, your sense of time would feel strange. You might wake under a dim, single-sun morning and go to bed after a blinding, dual-sun afternoon. The simple act of watching the sky would be more dramatic, less predictable, and maybe a little unsettling. So, what if Earth had two suns? We could, in theory, survive it, if our orbit and distance were just right, but the cost would be a complete redesign of our climate, our sleep, our technology, and our sense of time itself. We live on a world tuned to a single star. Change that, even slightly, and everything we call normal has to renegotiate its place in the universe. And that's the quiet truth behind most what-if questions. The universe could be very different. We're just used to the version where there's only one sun in our sky.